I cut my hair today. I cut my hair today. And, yeah. Basically, I'm really bad at telling stories. And so, my initial chip chop on Monday, I decided that after having a rough day, I was gonna just cut my hair because that's always the first rule of business when you're having a rough day, is just why not just chop off all your hair. I trimmed definitely like half an inch too much, but like what the can you do, you know? Then I decided that that wasn't enough, so I went back and I cut off more, and I cut off um, I gave myself bangs. And so if you want to see how this turned out, keep watching. Just yeah, keep watching. Hey friends, what's up? We're back, and my hair has been uh, washed post trim. I wore a lighter shirt this time so you could see, but my hair is short, obviously because of shrinkage. So you don't really see. It looks significantly healthier um, than it did before. It feels so much healthier in and out of the shower. So that's super exciting stuff. Now, as you can see, I'm wearing a middle part. That's not it. That's no. Okay, so normally I had bangs, regular front sitting bangs for a while, and normally I would cut my hair accordingly, but this time I'm going for a different look, and I am a little nervous about like how to go about executing this. I don't have a reference picture, of course not, because I'm not prepared. Actually, that looks surprisingly more even than I thought, except for this part here, but that's fine because that's just how my curls naturally fall. But I want to take the front most sections and kind of like cut it so that my bangs kind of come this way, because I want to start parting my bangs like this, if that makes sense. I really don't know how to explain this without just like showing you guys. So the other day I was scrolling through something. I think I was probably scrolling through like Instagram or something, and I saw or maybe I was watching YouTube, but I saw this girl, and she had curly hair, and she had curly bangs, and they were like framing her face in the nicest way, and she had pulled her hair back into like a ponytail type thing, and kind of like left these parts out. Now that looks ridiculous, I'm really just gonna go in with the scissors and just chop 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 chop. I want to just cut, like, this front part is already short enough, I say as I continue to cut. In this, I'm also going to cut a little bit off as well, because it's still in my eye, and I don't like, that's still way too close to my eyeball, and I don't want that to be there. I'd like it to be above my eye. I just like hate the feeling of my hair like getting in my eye, and that happens way too often. So I'm going to cut this piece here, and I'm going to cut a little bit of this piece over here. My, I think, mistake initially when creating bangs is I went too far up. So I think I'm making that mistake again right now. Those aren't the pieces that really frame my face the most, if that makes sense, but these pieces here, these are the pieces that frame my face the most. And when I am doing bangs, which like normally this is where they would fall, although if I Right, so I honestly now I'm kind of feeling like I don't want to do a side bang because I don't really like the way that it frames my forehead. I think it makes my forehead look bigger than it already is. I already have a really big forehead, so no need to call more attention to that 5 head. This is really where the bangs come in handy because bangs mean that I get to cover my big head, which is really nice. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for curly bangs. I don't think I'm gonna go any further if I feel like, actually no, yes I am. Yikes. I was gonna say if I feel tomorrow like I need to cut more bang, I will. Or like not tomorrow, but the next time I like style my hair in this way, but I kind of want to just get it now because I think I'm honestly gonna be wearing my hair in or I have been recently wearing my hair in more protective styles anyways, so I don't feel like if I cut a little too much off of the bang that it'll make that big of a difference. Okay, cool. I think when I cut a piece of hair, part of that little snippet fell into my eyeball. Yeah, that's how I cut my hair, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Ow, ow. I do want to point out a tip when it comes to cutting your curly hair, especially if you're cutting bangs. So when you're cutting bangs, you're cutting your hair significantly shorter, and especially if you have longer hair than mine, you're gonna notice that as soon as you cut your hair, re-wet it again, and it like starts to curl up, it's gonna shrink significantly more because it has so much less hair weighing it down. So your curls here are gonna shrink up a lot higher than the rest of your curls, or not necessarily a lot higher, but they are going to shrink up a little bit higher than the rest of your curls. So when you are cutting, definitely take into consideration the fact that your curls are gonna shrink up a little bit more than they already look at the moment. For example, this piece of hair right here is still a little bit in my like eye, but I know that when I restyle it again, it'll shrink up a little bit more than what it is now. That's something to keep in mind when you are cutting, so you don't get a little too scissor happy. Of course, hair is just hair and it does grow back, yada yada blah blah blah, but I do understand what it's like to freak out because you cut too much hair. I've been there, I've done that. I honestly think that this is probably the best haircut that I've given myself. I also want to point out that I think my bangs turn out a lot better than I thought they were going to. Initially I wanted to do this weird like kind of few strand part down the middle bang type situation, but I just don't have the forehead for that. I don't. I forgot one of the initial reasons why I got bangs, other than the fact that I was like, I want to do something different in the hair, is that I just have a big forehead. And after cutting bangs, I realized that I can just always cover my forehead. It's actually amazing. My hair's down, forehead covered. Hair up in a bun or a ponytail, keep the bangs down, forehead covered, and it looks like I put in effort. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty lit. Bangs are dope. I hope you guys maybe learned something today. I do cut my own hair because I don't trust hairdressers to cut my hair. They always just end up cutting way more than I ask them to. And I know that I often cut a little bit more than I initially anticipate or initially intend to, but it's never as much as my hairdresser is used to. Like I would tell my, like I remember my freshman, or the summer before my freshman year of college, I went to go get a hair trim. I'm getting heated just telling the story. I went to go get a hair trim and I asked her to cut off like 1 or 2 inches because I had some damage, but I was really growing out my hair. And during that year, or that my senior year, my hair had grown out a ton because I was doing a lot of protective styling. I was really conditioning a ton. I was really taking care of my hair. I wasn't using a lot of heat. Actually, I think that was the first time almost ever that I had gone most of the year without putting heat in my hair, which was a really big deal for me. So I was like, can you please cut a little? And she did this. I'm just gonna take a couple strands so I can show you what she did. She was like, okay, Look at this shrinkage. Ooh. Anyways, so she's like, okay, cool. So she takes my hair and she goes, okay, is that how much you want to cut? And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And she takes the freaking scissors and cuts up here. I was so upset I wanted to cry. Like, I was... This is a story for another time. Long story short, in the last couple of years, I've just been cutting my own hair, and I cut my mom's hair as well, just because I can't trust it. I don't trust hairdressers to cut my hair and not cut too much off. So I trust myself. I know how much I want cut off, and if I make any mistake, that is completely on me. I can't be mad at anyone else but myself. I made that decision. I made that mistake. Okay, cool. Thanks you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Please leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought of this video. If you liked it, if you disliked it, please don't forget to give this video a nice little thumbs up and hit the little bell icon at the bottom of this video for notifications when I post new videos. Also, don't forget to check out my last video, which will also be linked down below, and you'll see it at the end of this video. All that being said, lastly, and certainly not least, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this and then some. Cool. Yeah, thanks so much you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!